Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Book Notification Podcast, your go to source for this week's new book releases. Today, we're looking at the books from the week of August 11th to the 17th. There are over 350 new books this week, including big releases from Karen Slaughter and M.W. Craven. Unfortunately, there is no way we could cover them all. Visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors, so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight with a little something for everybody. Let's get into it. From Alex Gerlis comes the second book in the Double Agent series, The Second Traitor. The countdown to invasion begins. It's September 1940, and British intelligence is on high alert. The Nazi invasion of Britain is imminent. The German Navy is assembling a vast fleet in Rotterdam to ferry men and material across the Channel. Meanwhile, a sinister organization called the Group, a collection of British and Irish Nazi collaborators, is at work within the UK, trying to pave the way. The Invasion Warning Subcommittee is established to counter this threat, and Charles Cooper, coming in from the cold after the disintegration of the Annex, joins up and is tasked with cracking this nefarious network. But that is not the only concern for the spy chiefs. The search for Double Agent Archie, the Soviet spy and British traitor, is hotting up. They are now confident he works within MI6, and an elaborate scheme is set up to narrow down the list of suspects. To make things worse, they now know for certain that a second traitor, Bertie, is also in play. With suspicion at paranoia pitch, can MI6 clean house before the Nazis arrive to help them do it? The Second Traitor will be released on August 14th. Up next, we have a debut novel by an author being called the 21st century heir to Kurt Vonnegut. It's Kanan Gill's Acts of God. Private Detective P. Mangernath thinks like fire and works like dust as he sets out to investigate existential cataclysms unfolding over the globe, not knowing that the ripples in reality he sees are being caused by Dr. Krishna, a scientist in a utopian future, and technically the god of the world. As Mangernath's investigation disrupts God's plans, a Danish police officer attains enlightenment. A lapel pin gives disruptive advice. A sentient wall provides the key to creativity. A pill cures the human condition. And everyone in the world develops a lisp at the same time. A blend of philosophical provocation, inventive lyricism, humor, and chaos, Acts of God marks the evolution of one of the finest voices in comedy. Acts of God will be released on August 12th. The Harper Adams Mystery Series by Denise Grover Swank continues with Luck of the Devil. Former detective Harper Adams is only days into sobriety when she realizes her mother's car accident wasn't an accident after all. The faded skid marks on the bridge, the drugs in her talk screen, the packed suitcase in the trunk. For a trip her homebody mother never mentioned. Something sinister happened, and Harper is determined to uncover the truth. To do that, she accepts the assistance of the last man she should trust, James Malcolm, a crime boss with a shadowy past. He insists he's only trying to help. Harper isn't sure whether his offer is about justice or something else entirely, but she decides it's safer to work with the devil you know. Malcolm gets results, and results are what she needs. As Harper digs deeper, she unearths secrets powerful people want to keep buried, and the closer she gets to the truth, the more dangerous it becomes. Staying sober is hard. Facing what really happened to her mother might destroy her. Luck of the Devil will be released on August 11th. From the author of Magnolia Summer, Victoria Benton Frank, comes The Violet Hour. Violet Adams is the perfect youngest child in a family of loud, passionate women on Sullivan's Island, South Carolina. As the sweet, traditional one, she's always been the steady hand in her family, but after a sudden breakup and subsequent tragedy, she doesn't know who she is anymore. Allie Knox, Violet's best friend, is a young influencer still struggling with the loss of her mother and adjusting to joining Violet in Southern living. With her best friend's help, Violet is determined to break out of her shell and who she thought she was, no matter what. And what better place to look for success, meaning, and possibly love than the low country of South Carolina? The Violet Hour will be released on August 12th. The Envelope is the latest from author John Durgin. Welcome to Pembroke, a quaint New Hampshire town where nothing ever changes and no one questions anything, not even the annual tradition known as Mail Day. Every year, a mysterious red envelope arrives. Every year, someone dies. And in Pembroke, tradition doesn't die, it kills. The Envelope will be released on August 15th. From Jessica Gadziala comes My Big Fat Vampire Wedding, the funniest and most addictive fake dating vampire romance of 2025. Pandora has real problems. She still lives with her parents. She's working a dead-end job. And oh yeah, she's a vampire who must get married by her birthday in 3 months' time, or she won't inherit the ancient family fortune. One slight catch, she's single. She manages to find the perfect fake husband, her work crush, Victor, a PhD student with mountains of student debt. She can marry him, inherit, pay off his debt, and divorce him. It's a foolproof plan. Well, unless Victor discovers she's a vampire. But the road to the altar won't be an easy one for this vampire and human couple. Pandora's little crush on Victor is growing, and with their big fat vampire wedding looming, will their promise of "till death do us part" be fake after all? My Big Fat Vampire Wedding takes place on August 14th. This one's for the lit RPG fans. Gunboat by Dan Henegar. Coast Guard Captain Jesse Watkins is killed in action. Instead of moving on to the afterlife, Watkins wakes up as something different. He has been reborn as the core of a war-ravaged starship and must work to repair his vessel if he wants to find his way home. Threats to his new existence abound, both in the darkness of space and lurking aboard the ruined hulk of the ship he now commands. Despite the danger, Captain Watkins has a lifetime of naval service experience to call upon. With the help of his system adjunct, they must rebuild and prepare their vessel for the battles to come. Captain Watkins must become something more than he was before. He must become a vessel powerful enough to survive the journey home. Gunboat will be released on August 13th. Falling for the Grumpy Orc by Mary Auclair is a cozy monster romance in the Monsters of Salford Bay series. Newly divorced and armed with nothing but grit, strong coffee, and a Pinterest board full of impossible dreams, her plans to renovate a crumbling seaside lodge are jeopardized by the town's grumpiest, greenest contractor. Geralt Bainesman is big, broody, and allergic to conversation. She's sunshine, sass, and a walking chaos magnet. Their first meeting ended with spilled wood stain, sharp words, and one very offended orc. But when a shady rival threatens everything that she's been working for, Geralt steps in with callous hands and a scowl that might be hiding a heart of gold. The more time they spend together, the more she starts to suspect there's something under that gruff exterior. Something warm, protective, maybe a little bit dangerous, and 100% sexy. And the real problem? She's starting to like it. Falling for the Grumpy Orc will be released on August 17th. One of LitHub's most anticipated books is Seduction Theory by Emily Adrian. Simone is the star of Edwards University's creative writing department, renowned wolf scholar, brief memoirist, and campus sex icon. Her less glamorous and ostensibly devoted husband, Ethan, is a forgotten novelist and lecturer in the same department. According to Simone and Ethan, and everyone on campus, their marriage is perfect. That is, until Ethan sleeps with the department administrative assistant, Abigail, and the couple's faith in their flawless relationship is rattled. Simone, meanwhile, has secrets of her own. While Ethan's away for the summer, she grows inordinately close with her advisee, graduate student Roberta Robbie Green. In Robbie, Simon finds a new running partner, confidant, and disciple, or so she believes. Behind Simone's back, Robbie fictionalizes her mentor's marriage in a breathtakingly invasive MFA thesis. Determined to tell her version of the story, Robbie paints a revealing portrait of Simone, Ethan, Abigail, and even herself, scratching at the very surface of what may or may not be the truth. Simultaneously provocative and tender, Seduction theory exposes the intoxicating nature of power and attraction, and is a masterful demonstration of how love and betrayal can coexist. Seduction Theory will be released on August 12th. Finally, from Amber Cruz, we have a new series, the Lady Margot Blackwell Mystery Series, which begins with Murder of a Fake Diva. When secrets take center stage, someone's bound to drop dead. Blackwell Manor has always been a place of elegance and whispered secrets, but nothing could have prepared Lady Margot Blackwell for the tempest about to sweep through its halls. When the famed opera singer, Madame Celeste, arrives with her entourage, a brooding composer, a sharp-tongued vocal coach, a slippery manager, and a fiercely loyal assistant, the atmosphere turns as taut as a drawn bowstring. Glamour, it seems, is only the mask for simmering rivalries and buried scandals. When a shocking crime strikes in the dead of night, Lady Margot must navigate a maze of lies, secrets, and dangerous truths, with the sharp wit only a true lady sleuth possesses. With her quick-thinking maid, Stella, and a reluctant inspector at her side, Margot soon realizes that every clue seems to point in two directions at once. In a household where everyone has something to hide, how do you unmask a killer without losing yourself in the performance? Step into a world of glittering deception, razor-edge banter, and a mystery that refuses to give up its secrets. The stage is set. Will you take your seat at Blackwell Manor? Murder of a Fake Diva will be released on August 16th. That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading lists, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.